Hi everyone, this is Kelly Parker and I am going to show you how to use conditional formatting to answer Chapter 23's number 2, letter A question, which is how can I visually indicate whether recent temperature data is consistent with global warming? So I'm going to start with my first column of data over here. That's the F column. I've already got it all highlighted. So we're going to pretty much stick in the Home tab, the Styles box, and here are our tools right here under conditional formatting. So what I want to do is start using this to kind of color code my data so that I can visualize everything better. So I am going to highlight the top 20 highest temperatures in red. So let's go to top bottom rules. Top 10 items, it says we want the top 20. So we're going to go ahead and increase this until I get to 20. And I want them in the light red fill with dark red text. So let's hit OK and we'll see what happens here. So all of my top 20 temperatures are year 1988 and later. Okay, so let's move on to our next column of data. That's the G column right here. And we're going to go ahead and highlight all of this so that we can get started on it. Again, we'll go back to conditional formatting. And now what I want to do is highlight the top 10% of these temperatures in red and the bottom 10% in green. Okay. So we're going to go back to top bottom rules. Top 10%, let's do that first. 10% is correct right over here and we want it in red, so perfect. Let's hit OK. So again, you can see over here that our top 10% of temperatures are in the later years. Looks like year 1997 and later. So now let's go ahead and get our bottom 10%, and that's right here. And now we want this to be green. So let's go ahead and select green on this menu. Hit OK. And now let's see what happens here. So let's scroll up a little bit so we don't see them yet. So here they are. So these are our top 10% of temperatures. And again, notice that these are all in the earlier years. So it looks like they're all 1918 or earlier. Okay. So now let's go to our next column of data, column H. I'm going to highlight all this again so I can get working on it. Okay. All right, go back to conditional formatting. And now what we want to do here is highlight all of our above average temperatures in green and our below average temperatures in red. So what we're going to do, we're going to go back to top bottom rules. Let's do above average first. Okay. So all of our above average temperatures, we want those in green. Let's go ahead and change that. All right. Now let's go back, top bottom rules, below average, and we want those in red. Perfect. All right, so now we can see again, all of our above average temperatures are pretty much in the later years. There's only a few below average, a lot of green down there. And then as we go farther up, there's a whole lot of red. So what we can draw from this data, now that it's nice and kind of visually laid out for us here, nice and color-coded, it is consistent with global warming because we can see that all of the higher temperatures and the above average temperatures are on our lower end of the spectrum here with all of the later years. So then looks like all of this is consistent with global warming. Alrighty, thanks for watching.